From needing a rock-solid memory to politely asking customers to head for the exit, these are the strange rules Aldi workers must follow. In the retail world, most bosses expect workers to stand. It shows they're engaged and ready to serve. Aldi not only rejects this, but it also mandates that cashiers sit behind the register. According to the company, it's easier and faster to check out products when employees are in a seated position. You probably won't argue otherwise if you've ever seen an Aldi cashier blaze through a customer's groceries. The company streamlines productivity even more by designing its checkout lanes so the cashier can easily pull the customer's shopping cart next to them. Cashiers are then seated in the perfect spot to scan and place items in the customer's cart efficiently. Aldi's performance goal for cashiers is reportedly to ring up 1,200 products an hour, which helps the store accommodate more business. Aldi isn't concerned with how things look. If something is faster and more efficient, the store will embrace it. The company isn't even concerned with giving employees a chance to sit down and rest. Cashiering is pretty much the only store duty that doesn't require workers to be on their feet. And considering how Aldi times its cashiers for speed, this sit-down time doesn't feel like a break. Aldi's performance metric for cashiers considers time during each checkout session and time between each customer to generate a percentage. That means cashiers not only need to ring up items quickly, but they also need to get the next customer going as fast as possible. Management will pressure cashiers to speed up if they don't reach their percentage goal. Cashiers may get scolded for posting numbers under 1,000 items scanned per hour, the goal being 1,200 items per hour.
We keep track of efficiency. I have cashiers that check at 45 to 50 items per minute.
Unfortunately, the customer is the biggest factor in ring speed. That's why many cashiers get frustrated when customers fumble with change or can't load items onto the conveyor belt fast enough. Some cashiers get around this by secretly pausing the clock via a point-of-sale code that temporarily closes the line. It's technically cheating the system, but some say it's the only way to hit the goal. In its quest for speed, Aldi faces a dilemma with customers. They slow down the system, but you can't force too many rules on those paying for your products.
Aldi is all about simplicity and ruthless efficiency. It's substance over style.
The solution is to encourage customers to enter their payment before all their items are scanned. Cashiers can then continue adding items to the cart as the customer digs into their wallet for payment and figures out the card reader. While it may only save a few seconds, Aldi is serious about requiring cashiers to push this upon customers. In fact, the percentage of shoppers who run their cards before everything gets scanned is another metric the store tracks. If you're a cashier who's committed to improving your times and keeping the boss off your back, you'll probably want to do this anyway. Unfortunately, some customers can get uneasy about paying for something before they know the final total. This is when cashiers try to reassure shoppers that the payment won't run until they press the card button on the register. If you're an Aldi regular hip to the fact that the cashiers are timed on almost everything, you may think you're being helpful by loading your groceries just before the shopper in line ahead of you finishes. Turns out, that's a big no-no, and the employees might ask you to wait. As good as your intentions may be, early unloading slows down the process. Aldi checkout belts move continuously as cashiers ring up items, and since the goal is to scan items constantly, the belt moves fast. That means your groceries might get mixed up with the next customers and require more time to sort out. Aldi cashiers will politely tell customers to wait if they start unloading too soon, but some may take it further if they're really devoted to efficiency. Employees in a Reddit thread discussed pushing a customer's groceries back, manually stopping the belt, or even making the shopper hold their items on the moving belt until the person ahead of them finishes. Adding a divider stick doesn't help the situation either. Aldi is known for printing giant barcodes on its packaging to make scanning faster. While this certainly helps cashiers speed through products, the chain has yet to find a way to graft big barcodes on its produce. The fastest way to ring up many fruits and vegetables is to enter product codes into the register manually. Naturally, management expects cashiers to memorize these codes because looking them up would take too long and lower their items per minute numbers. According to employees, cashiers should try to memorize 40 to 50 non-lookup codes to be proficient at the register. As you can imagine, remembering these codes while being timed and facing performance goals is quite stressful. It can feel like you're trying to dismantle a ticking time bomb if you start entering the wrong numbers. While new hires are on a learning curve, shift managers will chide cashiers who don't memorize the codes.
At Aldi, every stop along the customer's journey is designed with money saving in mind.
Aldi frequently tends to get customers lingering around at closing time. While many are unaware of the store's limited hours, some just think they can score the best deals right before closing. These shoppers draw the ire of employees who can't start all their final duties until the last customer finishes. They might like to tell the customers to leave at closing time, which is usually 8 p.m., but this is against store policy. You can technically shop past closing if you enter before the doors are locked, and many stores don't have an intercom to announce the closing time. What employees can do is pressure late shoppers to leave by reminding them that the store is closing. Workers at some Aldi locations will be more forthcoming if management turns a blind eye. Techniques include announcing the store is closing via portable speakers, turning off some lights, and even staring at shoppers until they get the hint. But employees have to be careful not to go too far, as they can get in trouble for locking the doors early or being too stern with customers. For a grocery store dedicated to shaving off expenses, Aldi has a remarkably generous return policy. Its twice as nice guarantee is so charitable that employees must accept returns for all food items, even if they've been opened and half-eaten. Customers simply need the receipt and whatever remains of the item to get a replacement, plus a refund. Even without a receipt, shoppers can generally get store credit if they bring the item to a manager or cashier for return. Have a bag of rotting produce you neglected? Decided you didn't like your mixed nuts after eating almost the entire container? According to Aldi employees, these are real cases of customers taking advantage of the double-back return policy. It seems like an easy rule to follow. It helps protect employees from confrontation with customers after all. But some Aldi workers have short patience for those abusing the chain's twice as nice guarantee. When an especially outrageous return comes through, some claim they'll ask for a driver's license, require a signature on each receipt, or need to check with a manager to verify the return. Of course, these measures are only meant to dissuade customers from coming back with petty returns. Like many retail stores, Aldi faced an increase in shoplifting during and after 2020. The fact that Aldi doesn't staff its stores as much as many other grocers increases the risk of lost revenue from theft. One solution to deter shoplifters has been requiring employees to do customer bag checks. For now, bag checks are not a standard policy across all regions. Most reports of unhappy customers facing these searches have come from the United Kingdom. The Australian Aldi website also states that all bags, parcels, prams, and containers must be presented for inspection as a condition of entry. Managers have even told employees to refuse service to customers who don't comply. While some Aldi workers have noted that other stores have similar policies, the mandate is unexpected at Aldi. Customers must bring their own bags to carry groceries, but there are no signs warning them of potential security checks. Unloading and stocking duties are timed and subject to some challenging performance goals at Aldi. The most important stockroom metric is how long it takes to get through a pallet, a platform stacked several feet high with dozens of tightly wrapped product packages. Different types of pallets, which could include everything from dry groceries to frozen food, have different performance goals. For example, the expectation for cooler pallets with perishable products is to have everything stocked within 30 minutes. That means the unloader has half an hour to separate the packages, shelve all the products, and clean up the area. The good news for employees is that they stock the shelves with products still in the shipping packages, saving effort and time. The bad news is that the time expectations are still difficult, and new employees only have a few months to get up to speed.
Aldi is all about get up and go.
According to Aldi employee Reddit posts, store managers determine how strongly to enforce the standards, but many stockers have commented about being reprimanded for going too slow. Meeting time expectations is not easy, especially when boxes are hard to open and the pallet's products must be stocked in different aisles. Workers must sometimes decide between working safely at their own pace or pushing to meet expectations. In 2023, a Facebook post went viral after it claimed that an Aldi store in Australia required potential employees to take a fitness test. The job candidate in question claimed she had to complete push-ups and jumping jacks at home during the Zoom interview. While this is not a standard part of the Aldi hiring process, employees must show they can do physically demanding work. It's the only way to achieve a 30-minute pallet goal and other timed metrics. Officially, Aldi's job description states employees must be able to move and place products weighing up to 45 pounds on shelves of various heights. These requirements are in line with what Walmart requires of its freight handlers and unloaders. Walmart, however, typically does not include such requirements for cashiers and retail associates. Aldi hiring managers prefer fit candidates, but they'll give people of different body types a chance. After a training period, you must consistently work fast and be unfazed by regular heavy lifting to avoid disciplinary action for slow times. The silver lining is that employees can save money by not needing a gym membership. Workers call it the Aldi workout, as you can expect to get trim at this job.
When you're heading towards the back room, you don't go empty-handed. There's something that needs to be picked up.
Yet another way Aldi keeps its overhead costs low is by requiring shoppers to have a quarter to unlock and use a shopping cart. Since returning the cart is the only way to get your quarter back, stores don't have to pay workers to collect carts.
No one has to herd rogue carts in the parking lot, and that means lower prices for everything.
It's a nifty hack for Aldi, but quite a hassle for regular people who don't keep loose change handy. Thankfully, employees will loan customers a quarter if asked. According to workers, this is more an unofficial rule across locations than company policy. An employee in one Reddit thread claimed they can give up to $5 in coins per shift. It's easy to imagine workers getting peeved about paying for unprepared shoppers, but there's actually a lot of support for this rule. Employees would much rather donate a quarter than see customers try to hack the locks. Cashiers always prefer to have a cart in the checkout line so they can easily pack groceries.